All right guys, so in this video, we're gonna teach you how to teach the recall. So first thing that you probably wanna know, you wanna pick a word that you're not gonna overuse. So some people like to recall their dog with their name. Some people like to say come or here, whatever the word is, just make sure it's something you're not using all the time. So if you wanna use their name for their recall, make sure you're not the type of person where you're like, puppy, 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 all this stuff when you're at home. I'm saying puppy as in like that's their name, not like if you're actually saying the word puppy. So same order of events we're gonna do. I wanna make sure I can get my dog to do the behavior before putting the verbal. So the way that I'm going to kind of lure or help the dog visibly is I'm going to run away from the dog, and then I'm also gonna have food in my hands so I can lure them into a sit afterwards, because I want them to finish in a sit in front of me. For you, it doesn't matter what they finish in as long as they return to you, but I prefer a sit because I want the dog to know, okay, even after I recall you, I'm gonna keep paying you for holding this until I release you out. Because some dogs, they'll be like, all right, I'm gonna recall, take this food, and then blow past you and do something else. So I don't want that. I wanna make sure when I recall them, they're very stable, they're secure, they are stuck with me until released with like a break. What we're gonna do, all I'm gonna do is get really close to Axel here, and I'm going to dash away from him, and once he comes up to me, I will have my food ready to lure him into a sit in front of me. So here we go. But he's paying attention to me, so I want him a little distracted because that'll be more realistic. Good boy. So just like that, right? I wanted to get movement to get him more motivated to follow me. So see, well, he already knows this, so that's why he's staying in front of me. Good boy. Good boy. Break. So there we go, he's released out, and we'll do it again. So I'll probably just show like 2 more examples, and then once we're ready, we'll put the verbal to it. He's gonna walk around, but he's kind of focused because now he got a treat, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go do whatever. So this is an example of like good attention, good engagement, but I don't want this right now for the sake of this exercise. And if they're not close to you right away, I would lure them closer or back up more till they're exactly where you want. Good boy. Because at first he was stopping super far away from me. I didn't want that. Break. Cool, so we'll do one more. So this is like, it's obvious because we're in low distraction that I can get him to do this every time as long as I'm moving. In the case where your dog is still distracted, that's why they're on a leash, right? If they don't come towards you, you'll give them a little pull on the leash, kind of reel them in if you need to, just to help them out and let them know that a recall is not optional. You want them to know that no matter what, this is a requirement, because your recall is going to be what's going to save your dog's life in the future if anything crazy happens, right? So I want to make sure this is a bulletproof command no matter what. Don't ever give your dog an opportunity to miss a recall in the beginning stages. Good boy. So in the beginning too, you probably see me like grabbing the treat and kind of fixing him. In the beginning stages, I would just have the treat ready in your hand just so your dog knows that it's coming. And then later on, once they're doing it consistently again, then you can grab the treat afterwards. So, break. Okay, so once your dog is running up to you consistently and they're like ending up in front of you consistently, that's when I'll add the verbal. Because at first you saw me fix Axel like twice, he was super far away. Once you're like over that whole fixing stage is when I'll put the verbal. And if you need to in the beginning too, you could lure them right from the get-go. So you could be like this, get them super close, good boy reward, break. I just expected him to do it better. That's why I didn't have the food ready, because I thought he would just run up to me. So this is a good example. He's not doing it perfectly, so I had to fix him, and now I had to take it a step back and bring the food back just to make it clean the whole way. For me, I prefer to help them and make it clean the whole way than to have them do it halfway with nothing, and then they see me pull the food out and then pull them in, right? Because then they're gonna start manipulating you. They're like, oh, you didn't bring the food out, so I'm gonna wait till you do it. So it's better to just do it in the beginning first, then kind of take it away later once they're like very consistent. So see how he's sniffing right now? Come. Good boy. Break. So that's what you would do. You will say the word right before you run away from them and also enforce with a leash if you need to. When you first start doing this outside or somewhere with higher distractions, you might have to use the leash more. Here, there's nothing going on, so I can get his attention with just movement. Come. Good boy. Good boy. So see how he popped up? I actually don't like that, so I'm going to bring him back close. Make sure he's close there. I'm going to wait a little bit. Good boy. I'm not rewarding the fixing of the position, just him being here. Good boy. In these examples, I was breaking him out pretty early, but if you have a dog that kind of starts wandering around right away, I would make sure to reward a lot. Good boy. And also use your leash to stop them from wandering away. Good boy. Break. Cool. So the way to get this good, you want to practice this in a lot of different places, just like everything else that I've said. You want to do low distraction and gradually increase till your dog is good with it everywhere. Then maybe get a long leash, maybe use an e-collar just so you can get more distance, and then we'll go from there.